The weather heating up, and so is primary season. But think races in other states don't have anything to do with you? Well, think again. To political guru Larry Sabato on the elections everyone should watch. Let's go through this time-wise, shall we, Larry? We've got June the 3rd, Iowa and Mississippi. What do you make of that? Why should I care about those two primary states?
Well, because particularly Iowa could be a swing state in November. It's critical which party controls the Senate. It's going to have a major impact on everyone's life. Iowa is very interesting because you have 5 Republicans running, and in order to get the nomination, one of them has to get 35%, or it goes to a convention. I think probably one of them will get 35%, and then they'll face a Democrat Congressman Bruce Braley in November. But this is a very close race. It's well worth watching. The Mississippi race is worth watching, Stuart, because this has turned nasty, as these contests often do. Incumbent Senator Thad Cochran is running against State Senator McDaniel, and he has gotten involved, at least indirectly, in a scandal involving the photographing of Cochran's wife, who is suffering from dementia and has been in a nursing home since 2000. That's a close race. It could go either way. Most of the people at the top, at least in Mississippi, think that Cochran will win it. But again, it's a critical race that will determine the shape of the Senate after November.
June 10th, South Carolina. What do I make of that?
South Carolina could have been interesting. I don't think it really is now. Senator Lindsey Graham is doing quite well. He's got a half a dozen opponents, and that may hold him beneath the 50% mark. This may go to a runoff, but under South Carolina rules, the runoff is only 2 weeks after the primary. Obviously, that favors an incumbent who's saving up money, who's going to hit the airwaves immediately. I think Graham probably is renominated.
All the way up to August 19th, I think it is, Alaska. Does that have significance nationally?
Absolutely, because that is a race that Republicans can win and want to win if they're going to take control of the Senate. You have a one-term Democrat, Senator Mark Begich, who's coming up for re-election. We all know Alaska leans Republican, sometimes heavily. There are several Republicans running in the primary. The current front-runner is Dan Sullivan, a former cabinet official in the state of Alaska and has also worked in Washington jobs. I think that's going to be a really close race, just like it was 6 years ago when Begich won by only a few thousand votes over Senator Ted Stevens.
If you look at the big picture come November, is this going to be one of those wave elections that carries the Republicans to a larger majority in the House and the Republicans take the Senate?
I think there is going to be a larger Republican majority in the House. It's too early to say how much larger. Right now, my crystal ball website has Republicans picking up 5 to 8 seats on top of their already sizable majority. And in the Senate, very close. I think Republicans are going to pick up seats. The minimum they'll pick up is around 4. They need 6 to take control. They could go to 8 or more if there is a wave. And, Stuart, we never see a wave coming until late September or October. So we'll just have to wait on that part of it.
Okay, we can wait. Thanks so much, Larry Sabato. Thank you very much.